All right, this should be an interesting real-time edit. This was one that I photographed at sunset just a few days ago. So let's start out, as always, straightening this and dealing with the crop. I don't think I'm going to crop it much at all. I actually kind of like the composition that I stuck with in the original here. What I do want to do is get more detail on the bird here. So I'm going to lighten up the exposure overall, really kick those shadows up, but then I'm going to bring the blacks back right until I start to get the black background blending in with the bird. So maybe somewhere right in there. Seems pretty good. And then we'll bring the highlights back down to maintain detail in that sun. I'm going to throw on a graduated filter to darken the bottom here. Or not filter, adjustment. And then I'm going to darken the top, right? I really just want a lot of drama in this photo. All attention needs to go right to the head on this great egret. And I think that's good. Let's hop into Photoshop. I got a few things to do over there. There's definitely a little bit of background cleanup, just some random birds flying in the background. There's that black spot in the bottom right. And then I have to really play with some lighting and contrast and that sort of thing. So I'll start out with a clone layer. Oops. There we go. And I'm just going to use the regular old clone tool. Just get rid of that spot. This one I want to smooth out. And then that. Right, those dark spots were just really pulling attention. Not really sure what they are back there. And there we go. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so right where the bird's head goes into the sun, you can see how dark it is down here, and then it starts getting light. So we're losing the black, and I really want it to be like that. So I'll do that adjustment, then come in and just paint it in selectively right in the black area there. And here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to go further than necessary, right? Because the bird naturally just starts getting darker down at the bottom here. Well, maybe it could use some more of that. So maybe we'll outline the entire bird and save that as a selection. So then I can have that for any additional adjustments I want to make. So feel free to fast forward if you don't want to watch me outline this. In fact, I'll just do it for you. Okay, I got the entire bird outlined. Oops. Let's just fill in the middle there. That looks good. So I'm going to actually load that as a selection. Make a new curves adjustment. Just call it selection so I have it saved. Because I don't really want the bird that totally pitch black down at the bottom there. So I'm going to actually go back in with a big soft brush now and just kind of fade that out a little bit. There we go. And now I do want to see the bird more. So let's do a dodge layer on that. We'll load the selection, invert it, and then I'll actually just paint in. There we go, right? Just real light dodging in the background. So it actually lightens the background around the bird and gives us a little bit more separation. The other thing is I love these little feathers in these couple little spots here that are glowing. And again, I'm going to load the selection because I didn't include them when I painted it in. I'll invert the selection so that way I'm not lightening the dark area of the bird, the kind of silhouette shape there. But I'll go in and actually just kind of lighten these feathers, right? So we get a little bit of this almost, it's a little bit of rim light action right there on the feathers. And I don't know if I like that one up top there, but let's see. Maybe along the bottom here. Along the back edge. There we go. Very cool. Digging that. It's like a weird kind of wave thing there. Just want to clean that up. And now I'm going to get really annoyingly picky with these little black spots. And we'll just clean those up. All right. Gosh, I'm not sure what else to do with this thing. I think I want to burn this area just a little bit more. Make sure I deselected. I don't want to have that selection going. Yeah, that's better. It kind of really draws the eye in, and then maybe just a little bit across the top. Kind of accentuate those dark, stormy-like clouds. Gosh, I think that's about it. So before, after, right? Not a massive change, but especially check out that rim light along the bottom there, those feathers, right? They really stand out, and now we can actually see the back, the tail shape of the bird there. So good change overall. I did notice when I was clicking it on and off that I had a little bit of a dark area I had left from my cloning that I did, so I'll just try and clean that up. And we'll save this. I'll go back into Lightroom and show you the original so we can compare. And this is one where I definitely underexposed the original, because if I wouldn't have, I would have definitely lost the detail in the sun. So if I exposed this any lighter so I could have seen some of the bird there, I would have totally blown out the sun, which would not have been good. So not a major change here, but definitely a difference. So here's the original on the left. You can see how much better we can see the bird. Let me actually just kind of toggle back and forth here. So much better view on the bird, and this is one of my favorite silhouettes I've shot in a while. I'm really happy with this one. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you got something out of it.